Hi everyone, my name is Sahil and welcome back guys. तो आज के इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक के अंदर पर्टिकुलर वीडियो के अंदर बेसिकली सॉरी हम लोग करने वाले हैं एनालिसिस फॉर ऑफ इथेरियम चार्ट एंड जो कल का एग्जीक्यूशन था आपने उसको देख ही लिया होगा राइट प्रोबेबली क्या सही मार्केट मूव किया है इजंट इट राइट सो I just have 30 minutes with me. Let's see what I can do right now. And first of all, I'm just moving all the drawings because it's looking very untidy, isn't it? If I just switch back to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that's very good reaction from that quadrant level. Like, let's remove everything. Now it's looking cool, right? So let's move back to the daily chart and just draw all these NDUGs and WGs level. Hmm. And this level also, I should mark that as NWGs, sorry, NDOGs, my bad. Uh, yeah, and now let's mark down that busy. I should actually make it more thick, and I don't know, I have to just distinguish that from the other PD arrays. Maybe it could be this gray color one, and if I can just have a background on it, a little background. Yeah, that is it. So there is, and yeah, one more important thing is the H and L highs and lows. Done. Right. We have already got our PD arrays. Now let's see the actual bias for the 15 minutes, right? The market moved up, cleared out all these liquidity areas, right? And it's obvious that the market is actually consolidating. I want to see how the price react from these areas. I want to see it, basically these areas, right? So for that, I'm just drawing. It shouldn't be that deep, and it's a green color PC, so probably the color should be changed. Yeah, and should be like this, and it can be a bit deep if it's 15-minute one. Right. So it's kind of there in the upper area. Let's see how it reacts from that level. Let's buy, and I'm gonna just keep my stop there. I want to see it react immediately from here. Just like that. I want to see how it just reaches and clears out these highs there. Bang. That is it. And if it tries to reach down and hit the above area and or even this low, see the reaction of that layer areas. Yeah, that is it. It cleared out. Now you have to just take your stop loss, take your partials out, and be ready. Not be ready. Be, I mean, like, be that you have done everything. These are the kind of moves which I'm actually aiming for. These are called bread and butter setups, right? Attacked in these liquidity areas. That is it. How is that? Simple, just a bit. How much it would be? It's not that much, I know, but it's actually pretty decent if you want to just, like these are the trades that I actually take to take out my partial and move my stop loss to the break even. So the remaining part is actually is what I'm trading with. Yeah, right. Just close the chart after that, and I just come after 2 to 3 hours to see how the trade actually performed. That's the basic idea, right? So it's there on that low area. Let's remove the flow here. No longer need all those things. Right, so let's see how the price reacts from these areas. That's the consequent encroachment, volume imbalance. I should take care of these colors basically. Yes, saw the reaction of that consequent encroachment. Let's see how the upper quadrant is actually allowing or not allowing the price to move from there. This is very important. Should not leave this position. Let's see how it reacts. Yeah, that is it. It should support the price if it's actually bullish. Can be a buy from here just to here. Just the thing is that it should actually support the price. Yeah, closing the upper quadrant. In the situations like this, you want to have a immediate reaction. not like meandering like that. That's a very signature. No, the upper quadrant is not allowing the price. It actually passed down that upper quadrant. That was one trade there, right? There you go. Reached that high. You're consolidating there in that high. Maybe it can use this input move up. And there you go. Yeah. We have these two in DOGs, and if I just draw the middle line, it's actually the event horizon, right? That's the reason it's like spending a lot of time there. Uh, I see how the price reacts from this particular level. Yeah, it's kind of like a bearish signature. I want to see how the price reacts from the upper quadrant. Can I get an immediate reaction up? It's actually bearish because it's forming the CV here. It has to close down that. No, a lot of I told you, bro, guys, right? Isn't it? Um, that it will definitely spend a lot of time there because what it's trying to do is that it's trying to meander in the consequent encroachment of the event horizon, right? So absolutely, it's going to like these particular moves. They are itself not enough, right? It has to show some big thing. If it actually wants to move up and try and dive towards the upper quadrant of this NDOG. Just mark this level 1722. It could be here, I guess. 1722. Yeah, here. Basically. Let's say the price react of this level. If it lose the consequent encroachment, I'll end that stream. For most retail trader, they might see a pattern called a pennant pattern here. We're not those traders. It's actually creating liquidity there. A lot of liquidity there. Or I want to see how it reacts from this particular level. So the reaction from that event horizon there. It's making a lot of balanced price ranges here. I just want to see if they want to move this particular price action up to this area directly, or they want to just eat up all these liquidity areas and then try to move up. Right, it has taken down this particular liquidity areas. The macro is about to start in 30 seconds. Right, so I guess they're probably going to dive towards this area or not. They have taken these two liquidity areas. All right. Done. Now I want to see the reaction from basically this BC. And it should be green. And this BC. Yeah. And with the reaction from the consequent encroachment area as well as the upper quadrant. How it reacts from there. This one. Yeah. It can be a second buy stop loss just here. Just make sure that the opposing PD raise, the consequent encroachment should have zero tolerance towards this buy move. They should allow it. Upper quadrant. Actually, it's not a good signature there. You can see there's event horizon there, and see how it reacts from this particular area. Yeah. There are the consequent encroachment of that PV. Ideally, I would need an immediate reaction from there. Yeah, just it's having struggle crossing the area here. That's obvious because there's an NDOG event horizon there, right? So you move downwards and clear out this ingenious liquidity there. I want to see how it reacts from there. This particular area. It's gone. This particular low. That's a good reaction from there. It's actually there in the NDOG, in the event horizon of NDOG. Let's see. Want immediate reaction from there. Then want to consolidate there. I want to see the reaction from all these levels. Lower quadrant. That's a bearish. I wanted to move upwards, dive towards up. That's a bearish. I told you, right? I want to see how it reacts and move down towards this particular BC. Volume imbalance. Stop loss just here. If I lose this stop loss, I'm out. It's consolidating really heavily there. Right now, it's definitely unclear. I see the reaction from this CB area. It's actually bearish, trying to move down towards this volume imbalance. It should have zero struggle moving across these areas. You see the reaction That's the area you got to take a partial out. And the reaction from this area, this particular area. You can just move the stock towards this area. Should not actually move down towards the consequent encroachment of the CB. If it's actually bearish, that bearish. And it's kind of showing its way that it's kind of being bullish right now. Should I cross that area like that? But you got the trade right. Trade towards the quadrant area, move the stop loss here. If anything happens, that's losing transaction there. Ideally, the upper area should not support the price. Alright. This is actually the volume imbalance right over here. Now it's your trade, move the stop loss right over there. Got the reaction from that volume imbalance. And I want to see right now that what the price actually wants. If you actually grade out this whole swing out there and make it like a red color basically. These are the quadrant areas. Move down towards the um, lower quadrant of the CV. I'm gonna see how it reacts from this particular level. Now it should repel from this and tries to move downward towards this level if it's actually bearish. That's definitely not a good signature there. Right. So that was actually two trade there. I removed that. Right. There was actually two trades there. This is basically the third one. I want to see how it reacts from the upper area. That our quadrants would actually support the price. This particular area. There we go. I want to see how it reacts in this particular CB. The chart's looking very clumsy right now. I want to see how it reacts from the consequent encroachment there. That's definitely where you should move your stop loss to the break even. You won't want any drawdown there. Ideally, if it's actually very bullish, it should show zero tolerance in that consequent encroachment area and in that upper quadrant area. Did I say bearish? I mean bullish. Told you guys, make your stop loss to the break even because that's definitely not a good signature there. Gone. This trade is gone. Let's see how it reacts there right now from this quadrant area. So our stop loss could be a bit big. Probably it won't allow that drawdown to us. Right now it should immediately cross that consequent encroachment area with zero struggle. Never. I don't like all these kind of things. Yeah, that's what I was actually expecting. When I wanted to cross this short-term high, that's it. It's the area the stop loss should be there in the break even. Now it should actually meander here because that's actually the event horizon. It's actually bullish. It should go up, try to fill out this volume imbalance, and react towards the consequent pushment area there. Let's see. It's actually reacting towards the consequent. If that consequent encroachment, yeah, that consequent encroachment. I want to see it give it support, not like that. I want to see it cross like that, find support towards these two areas, move upwards. I want to see how it fills out this particular level over here. Yeah. Ideally, it should actually that particular move. I want to see how it reacts down at the consequent encroachment area, moving upwards. What was actually this one? This was actually, I guess, the event horizon area. As it reached in this particular event horizon area, can move your stop loss to the break even because it can actually meander over there. But first, it shouldn't be consolidating and giving that reaction from that consequent encroachment area. Yeah, right now it reached that break-in point. I want to see how it reacts there. Now you need an immediate reaction upwards if it's actually bullish. I told you guys, right, this particular event horizon area. Well, what was this? This was actually the quadrant of that whole swing. That was very good reaction there from that swing. I want to see how it reacts from the consequent encroachment and lower quadrant areas. There you go. Why did it do that? That's why you need stop losses, bro. You know, the reaction from this consequent encroachment. Let's see how it reacts there. First of all, this one only. We have liquidity over there. I want to see how it moves towards that particular liquidity. This it's actually the consequent encroachment area. I want to see how it reacts from this level. Ideally, it should not do like this. Cross that consequent encroachment in upper quadrant area and try to find support in this particular quadrant area. Ideally, it should cross that, find some support there if it's actually bullish. This is the consequent encroachment of that particular CB. I want to see how it engage with those liquid. If it moves, actually loses this particular ground, I want to just end the trade in this basically video. I'm going to see how it reacts. It's created all these engineer liquidity and this relative equal highs. I want to see how it reacts from that particular level. Right there in the upper area of that CV and the lower quadrant of the deck. Ideally, it should show immediate reaction from there, but it's actually bullish. And try to cross down this quadrant areas and find the reaction and the consequent encroachment there. That is the ideal thing. I want to see it launch here from here if it's actually good. Uh, like if everything in the world is right, it should do that particular thing. The world is not good. See the reaction from the lower quadrant there. There you go. That's the NTOG's event horizon. It's trying to approach there. I want to see how it reacts from that area. Ideally, what happens is the price tries to consolidate from this particular level. It's actually going to do the thing. It should actually cross that in one candle, or else it's going to take some time for it to cross that level. I want to see the reaction from this low quadrant area. Moving towards the consequent question, I want to see the reaction there also. Okay, that was what I was actually expecting. Honestly, how it reacts from this particular level. And engage, it has engaged basically. Got that liquidity out. That's the area where you should take the partial out and the stop loss right over to the lower area of this event horizon and just chill. Hey guys, how are you all? My god, went there. Let's see how it reacts from this particular area. I have to go to college. Basically, it's 7:45 a.m. Yeah, reacted from that level and this NDOG. Hey guys, so this was the particular stream, particular video. I hope you all liked it, and I'll meet you in the next video because I have my bye bye today. Right, so till then, take care, and I'll meet you soon.